Hi, this is a video for who is trying to learn coding by herself and who is interested in AI or Web3, but currently has no clue about how to start. I hope you will find this video helpful. So let's go. Before we jump into the resources, I would like to give you a not so quick overview of my journey so far. You can skip it if you want. I did my bachelor's degree in China as an English literature student, and then I moved to Poland for my master's in computer science, and now I'm working here as a Microsoft Dynamics developer. And at my free time, I'm also trying to build some apps. And during my both degrees, I was lucky to be an exchange student in Germany. To be honest, if you get any chance like this, girls, do not hesitate because you got to explore way more interesting courses that your home university may not offer. For me, I had human-computer interactions, philosophy and religions and music, and even blockchain security, which is super rare. And one fun fact, when I took blockchain security, I was the only woman in the room out of maybe 50 people. At first, I was like, should I be here? But in my head, I was like, hey, I should stay because this is not something that we should step back away from just because it's male dominated. Story time over. Point is create more chances for yourself. I feel like exchange students usually get more freedom and more courses and fewer rules on it. So why not? Now, two quick tips if you are also struggling as a student. First, make good use of your professor's office hour. Second, use AI tools wisely for understanding what you need to understand. It was a dark time when I started my master's. I barely had a coding background, but my professor was amazing and she encouraged me to visit her office hours. Plus, ChatGPT, my best friend, saved my life, helped me catch up after class. Of course, big thanks to me, myself, for being stubborn enough to keep going. I went to every office hours and it's usually one-on-one for 2 hours because nobody else went there. So professors understand what I was going through and they teach me very patiently, of course, and we solve small coding tasks together. That's actually how I found the first site where I wrote my very first C++ code. The website is W3 Schools. You can find super beginner-friendly tutorials with various programming languages like Python, Java, C, C++, C#, MySQL. You could find those basics knowledges very well organized here. For example, you can check how to declare variables and what is if-else statements in C++. There's only very short lines of code examples and you could try it yourself, try to edit the code and see what is the result on the right-hand side. And at the end of the chapter, you can find exercises for wrapping up what you have learned and to check if you understand them well. And you can always come back here to check if you forgot how to write something. By the end of the day, I believe you will be able to read at least some code. Now you may want to try some fun and simple practice. I would say you should go to Udemy. In this platform, you will see tons of courses for coding, marketing, data science, and communication skills, even whatever you like. I highly recommend Dr. Angela's course. She's an excellent tutor. I have this Python Pro bootcamp from her. Except from those well-prepared code video, which you can have a lot of subtitle choice. In each days, there's a small challenge in this online lab. You can find instructions, and here is the working area where you type your code. You can run your code and also run a test to see if your solution is correct. If you have no idea about this exercise, you can have hint here and also the solution explanation to review. She will teach you how to set up an environment and how to debug and also where to click in. I personally prefer this more interactive learning than just sitting there and solve the coding questions alone. Hope you will have fun. Some people might think, why should we learn coding by ourselves if we can vibe coding with Copilot or ChatGPT? Yes, I have to admit that there's a lot of powerful tools like Claude Code, which based on Claude large language model, and the AI IDE called Kaggle, which can turn your blurred idea into a real task and the user stories. But I still think it's good to have basic knowledge of coding so that you can modify the details of the code with AI in the future. And if you know how those effect and function you want is realized by the code, it would also make it more clear for you to know your demands in your heart and then better communicate with AI. When it comes to AI, you cannot miss this big community called Hugging Face. In this open resource learning platform, we got all the tutorials in popular fields like LLM and agent, deep reinforcement learning, and computer vision. I have followed two of them. It's not as difficult as you imagine it will be. They have separate units from the fundamental concepts to more advanced ones, and each concept was explained with cute illustrations, even for those weird letters in a math formula. Each unit you have hands-on with tutorial in text and in videos. See here you are guided step by step in a tool you've never used before maybe, and we just need a computer to start our journey in AI because we can run our code on Google Colab, which is a cloud Jupyter notebook service. The free access to the GPU and TPUs is totally enough for the machine learning and the things you will do. If you come across any issues, you can always join their Discord to discuss with other members, or you are very welcome to leave your comments on my video. Sometimes you may reach a limit when you use Google Colab. Luckily, we have another website we can use. It's called Kaggle. It's a big AI and machine learning and data science community. You can not only find tons of data sets you can use to train your model, also some competition you can participate in. They also have online notebooks you can use to access no-cost GPU and TPU. That is two free tools you could use. And for me, I also subscribe to this daily newsletter called The Rundown to update myself with latest AI news, and it is also free. After you subscribed it, You will receive daily emails with briefing news and also have the original articles, and we also have an insight of why it matters. Yeah, sounds like a good 5 minutes to start a new day. Here are some people who is creating high quality content regarding AI. First one is 3Blue1 Brown. It's best known for topics like math and neural networks. They trying to explain those topics through intuitive and animated visuals. I think it's worth to watch repeatedly. And those female accounts, they are actively update their thoughts about AI and their inspiring projects on Chinese social media called Rednotes. They are also organizing a lot of activities for girls to involved in this area. I'm always motivated a lot when I'm watching their videos, as we are seeing more gender bias showing up in AI. However, the changes won't come by itself unless we rewrite code and rethink each design by ourselves for ourselves. As for my blockchain learning, I first start with this free website called Zombies. It offers Solidity tutorials for beginners to advanced learners and beyond Ethereum. Solidity is a programming language for smart contracts. By following these courses and small lessons, in the end you will build small games, and everything is done in this one website. In this laboratory, you will write code line by line here and see what does it do. And by checking your answers, you will notice the small things you should pay attention to when you are coding. And somehow, without knowing it, you are getting close and close to building your own games on this smart contract. So don't hesitate to try it out by yourself. Yeah, after I obtained some Solidity fundamental knowledge from Crypto Zombies, I discovered this amazing community called Her Story. It's the one and the only one Chinese women community in Web3. They are hosting a lot of women Web3 camps, and recently I'm so lucky to join their online co-learning activity, and it is so nice to connect with so many girls who are interested and learning together and grow together in this such good vibe. At the meanwhile, we are following these 30 days challenges of Solidity with our teacher Sneha. We can find everything on this website called Web3 Compass. You can find every live coding videos of Sneha and her interesting intro story, and also a solution guide with complete code. It is so far very fun learning for me, and I hope you will like it. Thank you for watching. Bye.